we have a lot to get to today, including an interview with Congressman Jared Moskowitz. But first, after more than 15 years in Congress and a career of public service that spans decades, Frederica Wilson announced on Friday that she would not be running for re-election to Congress.
This has been a journey, but it's time. It's time. And I know all of you are wondering, what is the Congresswoman going to do? Well, the Congresswoman is going to not seek another term. Even leather wears out.
The 83-year-old Wilson made clear she was not retiring, and she discussed what comes next and how she plans to expand her 5,000 Role Models of Excellence program across the country.
So, I'm not going to retire. I am going to travel the country, expanding the 5,000 Role Models of Excellence project. The people who call our office every day asking, how do we get a program in our school district? That is what I'm going to do. I want to thank all of you for trusting me, for giving me the honor of serving you all of these years. Thank you for trusting me. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for this wonderful, wonderful blessing of serving you for over 33 years. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Now her decision will set off a political fight to succeed her. County Commissioner Oliver Gilbert, State Senator Chevron Jones, and Miami physician Dr. Rudy Muiz are among the immediate candidates to take her place. We will have a lot more on that race in the weeks ahead. But one politician who is running for re-election is Jared Moskowitz. Moskowitz announced last week that he was running in the newly redrawn Congressional District 25. This district was created by Governor DeSantis and the legislature to favor a Republican candidate, and Donald Trump won it by 10 points in 2024. Shortly after his announcement, I spoke to Moskowitz about the challenges he'll face. Congressman, thank you for joining us. Obviously, I want to talk to you about your decision to run for re-election, but before that, I do want to get your reaction to the decision by longtime Congresswoman Frederica Wilson not to seek re-election. What's your reaction to that?
Well, obviously, South Florida thanks her for her long service to the district. By the way, before she was a congresswoman, she was a principal, and she had continued helping kids. Even while a congressperson, she had focused on helping kids in her district for the longest time who came from, troubled socioeconomic backgrounds. And so, look, she made this decision on her own. It's been a big topic up in Washington, right, about people, leaving and, turning it over to the next generation. And that's what Frederica's doing. And so, as a Democrat who's known her for a long period of time, we thank her for her service. And we will miss her, and we will miss her hats, of course.
Of course, yes. All right, so now let's turn to your race. You obviously had a decision to make. I think your house is actually drawn in District 22, but after all the redistricting that Governor DeSantis and the Florida Legislature did to try to break up your district and to try to favor Republicans in future races, why the decision to run in District 25 as opposed to, say, District 22?
Sure. Well, District 25 has 50% of my current district. It's where the majority of my district currently is. In 25, all they did was take a pen and just draw my house out. I mean, literally, my house is touching District 25. It was clearly done intentionally so because they didn't want me to run in 25, a district that fits my political background. It's a third Democrat, a third Republican, and a third independent. And so this is the pinkest district in the state. And it is a district that I have long ties to, obviously representing 50% of it currently in Congress and working with the rest of it, Jim, when I was the director of emergency management during COVID, obviously working with all the hospitals, working with all the cities and the counties. It's a 3-county district now: Palm Beach, Broward, and Dade. It's got 65 miles of coastline. It looks like a hurricane district, by the way. And so, this is where I'm going to be running. I think I fit this district more than almost anyone who could have put their name forward. And I look forward to winning District 25 and representing folks in Broward, Dade, and Palm Beach County.
I remember a story we worked on back when you were working in the DeSantis administration, making sure that even though the governor didn't want testing sites during COVID in Miami Beach, you figured out a way to get around that and get those in there. So that's a little bit of history for you with the district as well.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, again, Miami Beach, the Miami Beach Convention Center. In this district, me and the governor, we were the first folks in the country, went into folks who were Holocaust survivors and went into their homes and vaccinated them in their homes so they didn't have to go and sit in a line. We did that in the Miami portion of this district. Additionally, we went to, community centers and senior centers where seniors were, because we focused on seniors with the vaccine first in the nation to do that. The CDC followed us 2 weeks later. I did that in the Miami portion of this district. I went where the seniors were. We partnered with churches and synagogues and made sure that we were going where people were. And so, yeah, I have a long history with that district, these cities in Miami. The collapse in Surfside, which was a terrible event. I was there the next day. It was the MOU that I signed when I was in Israel that allowed the IDF to come and help with the search and rescue efforts in Surfside. And so I know a lot about that district, working with it during COVID. And then obviously the Broward part of the district, I've represented most of that and lived in Broward, my entire life. And then Boca Raton, I've represented for the last 3.5 years in Congress. And so we have a lot of friends there. There's a lot of common goals, what we need to accomplish in Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach. And listen, right now, Florida is hot. A lot of companies want to move here. A lot of businesses are coming. A lot of people are moving here in general with the migration patterns coming from New York and California and other places. And they're coming to Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach.